Yeah, I mean, I guess you think what in terms of him not going into the government, just let him sort of stay out and do his political homework and stuff. I'm just thinking in terms of sort of the process moving ahead, we want to keep the moderate Democrats together. The problem is going to be...
I do like how this video...
Don't worry, this video. It's got all these stupid videos.
Propaganda.
Yeah, it's got like the CIA, and it's got like the Ukrainian Nazis.
Did this person go to one of those tech seminars by Hillary Clinton? I feel like maybe they did.
She went to the she went to the Putin tech
But
seminar.
I will tell you this about Oleg Tiahanibuk. You cannot find a good picture of him. By the way, Oleg Tiahanibuk, legitimate neo-Nazi. I'm not joking about that. If you want some evidence, he is a legitimate neo-Nazi.
If you guys have ever played Wolfenstein, he straight up looks like a villain from Wolfenstein.
He is an unironic, legitimate.
Look at
his
his
leader,
face.
Swoboda. He is a legitimate neo-Nazi. He is an outright, overt. He hates Jews. He wants to remove all Jews from Ukraine.
You wouldn't be able to tell from that picture.
I know you would never be able to tell.
Not at all.
but every picture you can find of him, it's just he's a real nasty.
So it's a good thing. It's a good thing the U.S. government doesn't want him to be part of the government.
I know. That's what I was going to say.
I agree.
Yeah, but totally funded their organization in 2016.
It is a good thing that the U.S. government.
As long as they'll fight this is literally like the World War II again. It's like, okay, you're gonna fund the commies to fight the Nazis. Only it's the reverse. They're gonna fund the Nazis to fight the commies. That comes off really shady though.
When you just go like, oh, it's a good thing they aren't funding them. As soon as they fund them, well, they're just gonna throw them in the front line and get them killed. And it's like,
yeah, it's smart.
But you're playing both sides.
When the U.S. government is saying, but I'm just saying, it looks really sussy.
Yes, you are.
It looks like some sussy baka shit when the U.S. government is like, we're not going to choose the neo-Nazi. And when they say why, it's because they think they can't control him, which is what you'll see right here.
Okay.
And his guys. And, I'm sure that's part of what Yanukovych is.
But they want them to work together, by the way.
Wait a minute.
Listen to the whole thing.
The problem is going to be Tiahanibuk and his guys.
It's going to be Tiahanibuk and his guys. And
wait, you have to keep waiting. You have to listen to it's like three more lines.
Sure
I know. I'm just saying. He's saying, I'm sure that part of what Yanukovych is calculating all this. Which that's interesting.
Yeah, it is super
interesting. I'm sure that's
interesting.
part of what Yanukovych is calculating on all of this.
I think Yats is the guy who's got the economic experience, the governing experience. He's the guy.
And she's going to say
what
that
he needs
how
is Cleach and Tiahanibuk on the outside. He needs to be talking to them 4 times a week.
4 times a week.
I just think
legitimate
Cleach going in, he's going to be at that level working for Yatsenyuk. It's just not going to work.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think that's right. Okay. Good. Well, do you want us to try to
They say they want to put Yats in. Yats becomes PM after this.
My understanding from that call, but you tell me,
under the
was that the big 3 were going into their own meeting.
And under the permanent Poroshenko government.
So what he's saying is, do you want me to set up a call with him? He's saying, do you want me to set up a call with Klitschko for you to tell Klitschko what you want to tell him?
No. With Klitschko, he's saying Klitschko first, but it's clear that it's a call with all of them.
No, she already had a call with Yats. He referenced that at the beginning of the video.
Yes,
she's organizing with him.
Because Yats is the person they want to be in power, and Yats does become the PM.
Right, and he says, so you want me to set up a call with him, referring to Klitschko, because she's like, do you want me to?
Klitschko.
Yeah, do you want me to set up a call where you tell Klitschko you don't want him to accept the deputy prime minister?
Klitschko removes himself from the nomination.
Okay, you're jumping ahead.
But he does.
I understand. But you're jumping ahead. Okay.
Just saying he does.
Focusing on the time-space point that is this single phone call. Okay.
Jeff?
My understanding from that call, but you tell me, was that the big 3 were going into their own meeting.
Okay, she's talking about Yats.
Big 3. Yats.
Yanukovych. And
no,
Klitschko.
not Yanukovych. Yats. It's going to be Yats, Oleg Tiahanibuk, and Klitschko. And Klitschko.
I don't think she's talking about
the big 3 who
Talbot.
She's talking about the big 3 who are the replacements for Yanukovych, which is Klitschko.
Yanukovych isn't being replaced at this moment.
He is being replaced at this moment. He is being replaced at this moment.
That's a month down
the
road.
Oh my God.
No one knows that that's the future.
Yeah, nobody knows that he's going to run.
what is the point of the protest?
Because right now the protests are overthrowing Yanukovych.
It's to overthrow him.
If this was about replacing Yanukovych,
it's very silly.
Why are they not talking? Wait, it's not. If this is about replacing Yanukovych, how come they're only talking about the prime minister position? How come no one's talking about the presidency?
Because here's why. Because Yatsenyuk, he can be selected by the president.
Right.
But you yourself said that Yatsenyuk offered Yanukovych offered Yatsenyuk the position, and he said no because he wants to pass a constitutional
amendment. After this phone call, by the way.
But he says no because they want to have an election, obviously to get him out, because as the president, he has a lot of leverage over the PM. He can veto any legislation as far as I know.
The president decides the PM.
Aiden, swear to God.
Sorry.
Heaven's sakes. And also, he was told to make constitutional amendments, obviously to reduce the power of the president. That is why.
No, but
the president is not going anywhere as of this phone call, though.
Right.
But the whole idea behind the phone call.
You're not.
The president is literally being overthrown at the point.
He's not.
He's not.
They don't have a crystal ball.
He's literally making this offer so he can stay in office, Aiden. Yes. That's the whole point of making the offer.
Is also given an election because we want to get rid of you.
Are you actually not able to understand what's happening during
You do not understand what is happening. You seem to think that people in the past have a crystal ball and they can tell every single thing that's going to happen in the future. These people do not know the future having this conversation in this.
Yes, that's why it's called
at this moment.
I want you to try. I want you to try hard to think about. I mean, try to think about what's happening.
I'll try my hardest. I promise.
I know. Try your hardest to think about what's happening during the period when this phone call was recorded.
Right.
This phone call was probably recorded at some point in January in 2000. Okay.
There's thousands. There's tens of thousands, about hundreds of thousands
of protesters fighting with police. 100 people have been killed.
The government, yes, the government is completely being overthrown.
Right.
Okay.
Well, they're not being overthrown. There's riots on the streets. Okay.
May I try to put things into perspective for you two?
Yeah. No, it's like January 6th all over again. Okay.
Let's say it's it is relevant. It is relevant. By February 22nd, Yanukovych has to flee to Russia because he's been ousted.
Because this deal falls apart. Do you not seem to understand that?
What? But then why does Yatsenyuk become PM?
Because whoever won the presidency, because he was still not. Wait.
But they say the guy they want to be in power is Yatsenyuk, and he becomes PM.
Do you think it's suspicious that Yanukovych offers the prime ministership to the main opposition leader? Do you think that's suspicious, or do you think that just makes logical sense?
The current president is and his entire government is deposed.
No.
Nobody knows that.
Wait. Pause. January 25th. Yanukovych is the president, okay? Do you think it's suspicious that Yanukovych, as president in 2014 of January, says, hey, Yats, you're the main opposition leader of the protest. I'm offering you the prime ministership. Do you think that's suspicious or weird?
Dates fucked up. You got your
dates. I don't have my dates fucked up.
Yanukovych flees to Russia on February 22nd. And on that same day, Alexander Turchinov is made he's first appointed as prime minister and then as president and assumes control of the armed forces with none other than Yats as PM on that same day in February 22nd of 2014.
Okay.
And then elections are held.
Do you not accept that Yanukovych offered Yats a prime ministership?
But he was being deposed.
Before he's deposed. You accept that happened, right?
Okay,
yes,
for whatever reason, you accept that it happened in January.
Because he's trying to avoid.
Well, no, Aiden is disputing that.
No, I'm not. I'm saying because he's trying to avoid being deposed at that point when it becomes very obvious that the West is supporting Yats.
Okay, so you agree that it makes logical, rational sense for Yanukovych to offer the prime ministership.
Oh my God! Some people are asking me to kill myself in the chat.
you agree that it makes logical sense for Yanukovych, in an effort to quell the protest, to offer the prime ministership to the main opposition leader, Yats, right? That makes sense. That's not like a weird thing to do. That makes sense, right?
Yanukovych is gone literally the next day.
So. Well, the next month.
If he's gone.
But wait, hold on. Just you agree that makes sense, right? Yes or no?
It makes sense.
Okay.
It makes sense.
So then a month later, Yanukovych flees the country and is impeached. Okay.
Yep.
Do you think it's strange that in the new government brought about primarily by the fucking protesters, that the main opposition leader would end up becoming a central figure of of the government? Is that like a weird thing, or is that just completely logically make exact sense?
Yeah, they got their leader in charge.
Of course, they got it.
Okay, so then I don't understand what the conspiracy here is, because this all makes complete sense.
Well, the reason, and also it makes sense too, because the guy turned down the position because he was like, no, I don't want to be besties. We're going to lead together. You're the pro-Russian candidate, and my hands are tied. I can't do anything. He's going to say,
you're completely correct. You're completely correct.
He's going to say, go fuck yourself. Yeah.
They oust the guy who is pro-Russia, and then they put in the United States.
Where's the conspiracy here?
US
no, the United States does not. He's the main opposition leader. Okay. I assume, Aiden, that you could, let's imagine a hypothetical world where the United States doesn't exist, but this situation still plays out exactly the same.
What a ridiculous! Why would you want? But the problem is that the United States was involved with this.
No. But
I know it hurts your feelings, but that's the reality.
It hurts your feelings. It doesn't hurt our feelings at all. You're like, America was involved, so
you're looking.
America was involved.
No, wait. You're looking at Yats becoming prime minister, and you're jumping to the conclusion this is because of America. And I'm saying this guy is the head of the fucking protest movement. Obviously, he's going to have a central fucking part in the new government that exists because it's the protest movement.
Yeah. Actually, he's not involved in the protest movement. Tyenbolk is involved.
They all were.
But no, it was mostly all Tyenbolk.
Yats was a central figure, and he was one of the main voices for the protest that was currently in the government at the time.
The violent part of the protest, that's the Oleg Tyenbolk.
Well, yeah, he's not part of the violent protest, sure. It's a protest of like 100,000 people. There's lots of different factions involved.
Yeah.
Okay,
lots of truckers in this protest.
So what you've just admitted here is that like multiple people who are involved in the discussion of these three candidates are involved in the protests.
Yes.
But the one that you've chosen is the one that is apparently like the king of the protest, because you've decided that he is just as Nuland did.
What?
That sounds a little bit sussy to me.
I don't even understand what you're implying.
So what you're saying is you're saying to the same thing that Nuland did, which is that Yatsenyuk was the good guy to go with.
No, right? I'm saying it makes sense. I'm saying, and that's why I try to say the hypothetical situation where America doesn't exist. Anyone can very easily picture Yatsenyuk becoming the prime minister because he was a central figure in the protest already.
What about Klitschko?
I don't know. Why
not choose him?
He became he became mayor of the fucking city.
Klitschko was already mayor of Kiev. He was he was Sitch. He was already mayor of Kiev. Go ahead and look it up.
So he just ran again.
He was already mayor of Kiev.
He was potentially lined up as
he was already mayor of Kiev.
This is so weird, Sitch.
No, it says mayor of Kiev. Klitschko was confirmed on February 28th, 2014.
Before this.
This is February 28th, 2014. That's after Yanukovych leaves office. He left on 25th, right?
Oh, I guess it was right. Okay, you're correct.
This is so weird because the whole argument that they're making is America did something and therefore the whole situation is America's fault. Like that's basically the argument that they're making.
But that's not what we're making. Okay.
It is.
So may I please? Okay. So I did think he was mayor beforehand, but he did become mayor afterwards. Okay. So
you could just be retaking the position.
Admit that this call is bullshit because this call is fucking total bullshit.
Yes.
He was in Parliament.
The whole call's bullshit, and all of it.
He was in Parliament in 2012.
The whole call's bullshit. Would it make you feel better? Would it make you feel better if America was not involved in trying to engage in this?
No, listen. Your position is you don't want America involved. Our position is we do want America involved because we're a force for good in the world. Your position is America is a force for, look, you're already laughing. You're like, well, America no, evil. Okay.
You're conceptualizing this like there's a scale and you have the Ukrainian people on one side and you have America putting its thumb on the scale, pushing it down. That's how you're conceptualizing this phone call. But in reality, you have Ukrainian people on both sides of the scale and Russia is sticking its entire fucking fist down on one side of the scale.
Yes.
And America's putting a little bit of pressure on the other side of the scale. That's how I view this.
Yes, totally.